Yeah, Lady Lock Lover is very happy that the locks are gone.
What?
You, Lady Lock
Oh,
Lover.
yeah, please. I'm the opposite of that.
All
But
right.
hi, I'm Bev.
And I'm Sam, and thanks for joining us on our continuing journey on America's Great Loop. We have hit 1,000 miles on this
Oh
journey.
my
We are here in
goodness.
Midland, but let us tell you a little bit about our journey from Big Chute over to Midland.
We started at the Big Chute Marina and had to do some prep work before we could go on the Big Chute, actually.
The Big Chute Railway is just an awesome experience and just an engineering marvel as well. And we have a separate video we're going to do on that. But a couple of things I had to do was to clearly mark where our slings were on the boat, and I used blue painter's tape to do that. The other thing was to close the
because when you go in the Big Chute, they put the boat goes into a sling, they cinch it up, and then you move across the road. You lift it out of the water, move across the road, and then you drop back down into water.
Yeah, as far as the slings go, it was probably not a factor because what they did was they put a sling on the front of the boat, near the front of the boat, and then midship, and then set us down on our keel so that our running gear was not anywhere close to being, held by a sling. We were just held on the keel, and the back end of our boat was hanging off. So, I was prepped for it just in case. So in case they had to use the sling areas, they could clearly see them. The other thing that I did was to close the seacocks for the air conditioners. We have seacocks that take in raw water for the air conditioner system. We have two pumps. One pump for the upstairs 2 air conditioners and one pump for the 3 downstairs air conditioners. So I closed those because it was easy to do, and also
Why do you have to close those?
in case the water drains out, and they may not be self-priming, I don't know.
Oh.
So the other one that was easy to do was the generator. I closed the generator seatcock, but the engines, the 450 horsepower 8.3 Cummins engines, where you didn't need to do that, and they are hard to get to on this boat. We did not close those, and the engines started up and water came out just fine after we were done. So a couple prep things that you'll need to do, particular to your boat. We encourage you to get there and tie up and watch a couple, loads go through the Big Chute, and you'll kind of see how you have to get loaded on it, and particularly with your boat.
So we did that prep work, and then we moved right over to line up in the blue wall. We happened to be first, and then 2 smaller boats lined up behind us.
Yeah, just because you're first doesn't mean you're going first.
That's
they
true.
load up how they want it, so they put 2 boats, 2 smaller boats, kind of runabouts or in front of us to the port and starboard, and then we came in the middle on the back, and there we were.
Yeah,
and,
so when you watch our other video, Sam has a camera that he's talking into. I have a head cam, and you can see us go through that whole Big Chute.
Yeah. We'll try to put it together so it kind of makes sense for you.
Although I'm a little disappointed because it got to the point that I wanted to show us going in, and the guy told me I needed to move the fenders on the port side up. And I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know if he just wanted them higher or up on the boat. So I feel like I lost some precious video time.
I'm sure it's going to look just fine. Anyway,
Big Chute.
down the hill and leveled out, and before you know it, the 2 boats in front of us are gone, and they told me to start the engines, and we're off.
Yeah.
There's a pool down there of people, and it was a crazy Canadian civic holiday weekend. Everybody's out. We should have gotten a little earlier start. But anyway, you'll come around there, and then there's a little cut, basically a very narrow cut that we do a securite call for. And
another one of those.
So we're the biggest boat going through. Had a couple little fishing boats, and I think a kayaker or something coming through, but it wasn't an issue. We continued on to the next lock.
Yes.
The final lock.
the final lock, number 45 of the Trent Severn. I thought it would the day would never come, but we got to it, and it's tiny. It is tiny. And so we had to wait, of course, because there was a boat in front of us, and we couldn't fit in there with that boat. I would say that boat was probably 24 feet long. And so we're 50 plus a few feet for the dinghy. And so we had to wait. And then when it was our turn, another little boat they wedged up near our bow because it could fit in there with us, and we went that way.
It was about a 18-footer or something went in and kind of wedged up in there. But we got in there, and the final lock, it was only 12 feet down, went rather fast.
Yes,
and then a surprise, the markers changed.
Yes.
Red on right now instead of green on right.
Right.
And
so after that lock, that's the last of the Trent Severn waterway. And we entered the Georgian Bay. And with that came some craziness.
Yeah, just
with
crazy channel, following the channels. We got disoriented at once.
Narrow channels in some places. I mean, you can see water everywhere, but narrow, the markers are very narrow.
Yeah.
And
Rev sat up there with me and kind of had the binoculars, and we stayed in the channel, zigzagging around. Markers changed again.
They did.
And so
and
you'll
green
have to
was
be
on the right
your
again.
Toes for that, and we just keep going slow and finally get to Midland. We saw Midland Harbor from way out. It's a huge marina,
It is
and we start to see
beautiful.
sailboats.
Oh, and that's when you really know you're done with the locks. When you see all these sailboats everywhere, and they are beautiful, and I just had a great appreciation for sailboats all of a sudden.
Yeah, Lady Lock Lover is very happy that the locks are gone.
What?
Lady Lock
oh,
Lover.
yeah, please. I'm the opposite of that.
All right. So anyway, we are here. We're staying for a couple days.
But wait, don't forget, when we got into the slip, the wind was harsh.
It was a little bit harsh. It was a direct crosswind, and we were having to go into a slip. And there was already a boat right next to us. So it was a narrow back in starboard tie up with the stern in. And so made the first approach and decided to call that one off and go out and stabilize and analyze the wind again. Just kind of take it easy, see where the wind was pushing me, and offset from that. The dock hands didn't come down, so we had to do this all on our own.
Yeah, the neighbors helped us, though. We're very grateful.
Yeah, neighbors came out and helped us get in. But we got into the slip and got her tied down. Yeah.
From where we are parked, we walked all the way over to the office, and it's over on the other side. And after we checked in, we got to meet Ken. He's the marina guru.
Yeah,
I'm
Ken
sure he has a
McDonald's been around.
real
He
title,
actually won a Skipper Bob Award.
Really?
Yeah, for helping out the loopers. So we are scheduled this evening to have a talk with him between 5 to 7, and he's going to mark up our charts. I bought the charts 2202 package, and I'm going to be looking through those today to see what anchorages and places we're going to stay in the first part of the Georgian Bay.
So now we're really going to have to learn how to anchor.
Yes, yeah.
We put it off and put it off, but we are almost
we're ready
there.
for it. So anyway, see you next time. Thanks for coming along on the Here's to Us.
Right, bye.
Bye.